Hey guys and girls, in this video we're going to take a look at the best Huawei phones. I made my research and this list reflects my personal opinion, and I've listed products based on quality, durability, price, and more. I've included options for every type of consumer, so if you're looking for an entry-level option or the best product money can buy, we may have the product for you in this list. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. The products mentioned are in no exact order, so be sure to stay to the end so you don't miss anything. Also, if you want a chance to win one of the Huawei phones in the video, just subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and leave a comment with a hidden word in the video. We will pick a winner and notify him when we reach 5,000 likes. Okay, so without further ado, this is our pick of the best Huawei phones on the market right now. Coming at number 10, we've got the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. When looking for a brilliant all-around phone that offers up a heady mix of design, power, and performance with a few party pieces thrown in, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is your go-to mobile phone. It builds up the excellent P20 and P20 Pro offering up even more screens, enhanced triple rear cameras, and an in-display fingerprint scanner. The Mate 20 Pro packs a huge 6.39-inch display, giving you a large amount of space for gaming and movies, and its QHD resolution and HDR10 support ensure everything looks great. There is a wide notch at the top of the display though. It also boasts 3 cameras on the rear, nabbing the excellent 40-megapixel wide-angle and 8-megapixel telephoto lens from the P20 Pro, but the third sensor is new. It's an ultra-wide 16-megapixel snapper, allowing you to cram even more of your surroundings into each shot. The Mate 20 Pro is a full-featured phone for a full-featured price. It even has a few tricks you won't see anywhere else, and even more powerful specs than most of its competitors. Number 9. Huawei P40 Pro Series. While the early 2020 Huawei flagship did not include some of Google's features, it still brings quite a few impressive hardware features to the table over a year later. Huawei's devices have a reputation for great cameras, and the P40 Pro and Pro Plus seems to deliver here. You've got a 50-megapixel primary camera with big bezels and the firm's RYYB color filters for improving low-light performance. All these filters also find their way to the zoom cameras, promising better zoomed-in shots at night. You've got a 5x periscope camera on the standard P40 Pro and 2 zoom sensors on the Plus model, 3x and 10x. Otherwise, the other significant addition this year is a 90Hz OLED screen for both models. This should deliver smoother animations and gaming in supported content. Other notable features include 5G capabilities, a 4200 mAh battery with 40 watts charging and 40 watts wireless charging for the Pro Plus, and IP68 designs. Coming at number 8, Huawei P20 Pro. The Huawei P20 Pro may not be Huawei's latest flagship anymore, but it still has a lot going for it, with the highlight being its exceedingly impressive and versatile triple-lens rear camera. The camera allows for 3x optical zoom and proves surprisingly adept at night shots, which is usually a setting that phone cameras struggle with. Other highlights of the Huawei P20 Pro include a big, long-lasting battery, and an even bigger AMOLED screen that delivers vivid colors on a large scale. The Huawei P20 Pro also has a striking design, with a metal frame and a glass back that optionally comes in a gradient color scheme that sees the colors shift from purple at the top to a turquoise shade at the bottom. Like any good flagship, the Huawei P20 Pro also has facial recognition, a fingerprint scanner, and lots of RAM. And with a complete package, the Huawei P20 Pro can compete with any other handset, as its strong ranking in our best smartphone list attests. Coming at number 7, Huawei P30. Huawei's pitch for the P30 is all about its camera, and it's fair to say that the company has delivered. The Pro model may be one step ahead, but this version is still a match for plenty of high-end phones out there. Low light and long-distance shots are where Huawei has thrown down the gauntlet, with a combination of 3 great lenses and some software tricks that even Google's Pixel phones have struggled to match in the past. The P30 also looks stunning, with a big display and small notch, some lovely colorful finishes, and a seriously slim body. Plus, there's even a headphone jack and continues to have full access to Google Apps, services, and security updates. Number 6. Huawei Nova 5T. Coming as a mid-range phone that uses Huawei's flagship chip, Kirin 980, the Huawei Nova 5T was a good deal on release, and now this phone is downright bargain, considering it also supports Google mobile services, thanks to its release timing. Of course, being a mid-tier device, the Nova 5T lacks the usual 40-megapixel camera used in Huawei's flagships, in favor for a more generic 48-megapixel sensor, and its 3740 mAh battery is considered small by Huawei standards, but you're still getting a large and vibrant Full HD display, even if it is an LCD panel. Coming in number 5, Huawei Mate 20X. Thinking of the latest Huawei you can buy right now? The Huawei Mate 20X is every bit as good as the Mate 20 Pro, with practically the same specs, though it misses out the same fidelity of display, water resistance, and wireless charging. Gain a headphone jack, physical fingerprint sensor, and it has a much larger battery. If you want to watch a lot of videos or games on the go, then the X is a premium media dream. At 7.2 inches, it's too big for most people in many pockets, but doesn't diminish this Mate because of its size. You'll end up loving it. Coming at number 4, Huawei P Smart 2021. The Huawei P Smart 2021 is one of the best Huawei phones to get at a low price. Unlike the previous iteration, the new P Smart is seemingly focused on enlarging everything, from display size to battery capacity, in a bit to entice Western buyers who may be off-put by the lack of Google services. Visually, the new P Smart is reminiscent of Huawei's P40 line, featuring a large, rectangular camera array at the rear with a punch-hole camera in the top center of the screen. That screen measures 6.67 inches, much larger than the P Smart's 2020 modest 6.2-inch display. The device's size also allows Huawei to slap in a 5000 mAh battery. Again, that's some 1600 mAh larger than the P Smart 2020. Internally, the Kirin 710A powers the phone alongside 4GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. The latter can be bolstered by a micro SD card too. Number 3. Huawei Mate 30 Pro. This phone is every bit as good as the P40 Pro, and then goes the extra mile with even better cameras. We think it has the best camera system on any smartphone in 2020, with some breathtaking capabilities that put it ahead of many standalone compact cameras on the market. It can shoot optically stabilized stills at 10 times zoom, and it's a photographer's dream. But without access to the Google Play Store and Google Apps and services, it's considerably hampered for daily use for all but the most tech-savvy or patient. Even though it packs the best cameras around, 5G, and has great battery life, the P40 Pro Plus remains a tough sell, particularly at the asking price when compared to the Mate 30 Pro. Coming at number 2, Huawei Mate XS. Much like the P40 series, last year's Huawei Mate XS doesn't have Google mobile services, but it's the first Huawei foldable to make it to the West. This foldable is a mild upgrade over the Mate X, delivering a Kirin 990 chipset instead of the Kirin 980 seen in the P30 series and the Mate 20 family. Otherwise, you're still getting 8GB of RAM, 512 of expandable storage, and a 4500 mAh battery with 55 watts charging. The Mate XS also delivers a triple camera setup, featuring a 40-megapixel main camera, 16-megapixel ultra-wide shooter, and a 3x telephoto sensor. And the outfolding design means that these cameras can also be used for selfies, with the rear screen being used as a mirror of sorts. Number 1. Huawei P30 Pro. The Huawei P30 Pro is the best Huawei phone you can buy right now. It's also one of the best phones we've used when it comes to photography, with the cameras being the P30 Pro's real party piece, proving staggeringly good 5x and 10x zoom, and a digital 50x zoom, which gets you insanely close to objects far off in the distance. Its low light capabilities are also top-notch. The large 6.47-inch screen on the P30 Pro may only have a full HD Plus resolution, but it's bright, clear, and colorful, providing an excellent canvas for your apps and games. There's no worry when it comes to the P30 Pro potentially running out of juice. The battery life here is excellent. You'll regularly get to the end of the day with 30% or more left in the tank. The P30 Pro is a true flagship smartphone, not only setting a new standard for Huawei, but it also gets a new standard for its entire mobile industry. Its cameras are quite simply astonishing. The design is eye-catching and the powerful plentiful. That brings us to the end of our review and buyer's guide for the best Huawei phones. Hope to see you in the next video. Let us know in the comments what is your favorite one. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and get notified when we launch new videos. Thanks for watching. Peace.